Oh, Shadows of the Damned is fucked up. I really shouldn't be surprised, even though I've never played a Suda51 game, but I'm fully aware of the type of games he makes. Suda isn't the only guy behind Shadows of the Damned. He has Shinji Mikami, who made the Resident Evil games, helping out on this project. Plus, it also has one of my favourite composers, Akira Yamaoka, who has done the music for the Silent Hill games. So if you combine all this talent into a game, then you should know you're going to get one hell of a game, and there's no pun intended there. Shadows of the Dam stars Garcia Hotspur, apparently his real name, who is a demon hunter. His girlfriend gets taken to hell by a Pandero named Fleming, and Garcia ends up following them down into hell, where, as you would expect, it's a bit of a mess down there. What kind of mess? Well, I don't really know where to start. How about when the world is surrounded in this evil darkness that slowly kills you, you have to find a goat head mounted on the wall in order to restore the light? Or how about finding a strawberry or an eyeball or a brain to feed a crying demon baby head on a wall? There's also this giant demon you fight after defeating him once, he goes and takes a piss into a fountain that creates the evil darkness. I'm pretty sure he didn't wash his hands, but he did zip up his demon pants, thankfully. You're armed in the teeth with Jeremy, a skullhead with a posh accent that can transform into a pistol called a boner, a shotgun, and a machine gun. He also provides some comic relief and advice on how to survive in hell, so he's worth listening to. If you do get injured, then alcohol will cure what ails you. You'll find tequila, sake, and other items, or you can go to the absinthe vending machine to stock up. Shadows of the Dam plays a lot like Resident Evil 4. It's in a third-person over-the-shoulder view that zooms in when you go to aim at enemies. All the weapons have laser sight so you can aim properly, and headshots are a sight to see, especially if you get one on the first shot at an enemy. Fortunately, you can move while aiming at enemies, and there is a melee attack if they get too close. If you have played Resident Evil 4 or 5, then you'll be right at home with the control scheme and the format of the game. It's broken up into several acts, with about 6 or 7 scenes in these acts. Some are quite lengthy, where you have to travel from one side of the city to the next, whereas others are puzzle-based, and where you have to solve how you're going to get out of a particular situation, and others are just boss battles. There are loading times in between, but they're not as lengthy as Duke Nukem Forever, and Akira's enjoyable music keeps me from getting upset about these. The soundtrack is fantastic, and it must be if I'm bringing it up because I've never mentioned the soundtrack in a review before. I am biased because I am a fan of his, but it does fit really well. It's not quite a creepy, chilling soundtrack like the Silent Hill games, but more of a fun, intense, circus-type theme to it, and it fits perfectly with Shadows of the Damned. It's a very immature game, but so what? You will have so much fun with Shadows of the Damned, and it's a game that I can't fault. The gameplay is fun, the story is not meant to be deep, but it's interesting nonetheless, and the soundtrack is the icing on the cake. So go buy this game now because it's highly recommended.